All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Old North State League action. This is game number 2 on this Thursday night. First pitch had taken downstairs for a called strike, 0-1 count. Pretty good crowd here tonight to watch the Clayton Clovers take on the Sandhills Bogeys on a Thursday night matchup. Winner and Thursday line drive center field coming into Carlo will make the catch. 1 out now to a quick out number 1. And that'll bring up Davey Morgan to the plate. Second baseman out of North Carolina Wesleyan, number 2, Davey Morgan. So a quick out number 1 for the starting pitcher, Dylan Langston, for the Sandhills Bogey. Righty-righty matchup. We get started right at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1, 0-1 count. Here on Davey Morgan, the second baseman, North Carolina Wesleyan. 0-1 count with 1 out here. Pitch, and there's a foul ball straight off. No ball, 2 strikes. Winner of this ball game will face the Hendersonville Honeycrisp tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. The Honeycrisp, reigning Western Division champions of the Old North State League, won the Western Division again this year, and they come in at the 2 seed overall. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Dylan Langston gets him with the strikeout. 2 outs now here in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Mike Snyder. First baseman out of Indiana Tech, number 5, Mike Snyder. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the first inning. Strikeout for Dylan Langston on Davey Morgan. Here is Mike Snyder to the plate. First pitch swing, grounder to the left side. Third baseman will try to keep it in front of him. He will, but the throw on the first is not in time. It'll be an infield single for Mike Snyder. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Garrett Moffitt. Left fielder out of North Carolina State, number 1, Garrett Moffitt. So a 2-out infield single for Mike Snyder gets him in on first base. And the cleanup hitter Moffitt at the plate out of NC State. 2 outs now here in the inning, and there's a ball up and away, 1-0 count. Sandhills Bogey coming in, hoping to defend their Old North State League championship. They won last year after a series sweep, that's 2 out of 3 against the Honeycrisp in Pinehurst last year. There's a called strike taken outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clayton Clovers in their inaugural season in the Old North State League, hoping to make a run in the playoff as an introduction into the league. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Righty-lefty matchup. Langston in, here pitch, and there's a foul ball straight off. 1 ball, 2 strike. Game 2 of 2 games being played here today. Game 1 went very much in the favor of the Pineville Porcupines, defeating the Stanford Spinners by a final score of 17-0. In Game 1, the Porcupines will play the Brunswick Surf and Turf tomorrow night at 7. 1-2 count, there's the ball outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here on Garrett Moffitt. Righty-lefty matchup. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Snyder in on first base, infield single for the Indiana Tech product, Mike Snyder. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken up and away for a ball. Full count now here on Garrett Moffitt. Righty-lefty matchup here. Langston looking in here on Moffitt with JoJo Allen, the designated hitter, on deck. Here's the pitch, and there's a chopper that'll go foul down the third base line. And a staying alive type of hack there for Garrett Moffitt. JoJo Allen on deck. He comes out of North Carolina Wesleyan as well. So 3 of their first 5 hitters in their lineup all out of North Carolina Wesleyan for the Clayton Clovers. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner Snyder will be going on the pitch. Here it is, and that'll be chopped left side. This time third baseman will get it, fields it cleanly, throw on the first, a bit high but in time, and that will end the first inning. So no runs on a base hit, no errors, One man left on base. Bottom half coming up. Bogeys hoping to get on the board first. We'll be back in Pineville. Leading off for the Bogeys, the center fielder out of Lewisburg College, number 3, Nick DiCarlo. All right, so welcome back here, bottom of the first inning in this one. Nick DiCarlo will lead things off for the Sandhills Bogeys. And the first pitch of the night for the Clayton starting pitcher, Luke Macon, will be taken in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 count now here on DiCarlo. Nick DiCarlo, center fielder. Here, they called strike taken out there. Leadoff guy for the Bogeys, with the third baseman Chant Purvis standing on deck. Purvis had an eventful first inning defensively. One play sort of went off his chest, but able to record the final out. Here pitching, swinging and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Nick DiCarlo. To the starting pitcher, Luke Macon out of Tusculum University. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Right on left matchup. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken in the dirt. 2 ball, 2 strikes here on DiCarlo. Purvis on deck, also comes out of Lewisburg College. 2 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Here's the pitch. There's a grounder right side. That'll be fielded at second base for the running gather and throw on the first at in time. 1 out now here in the bottom of the first inning. Third baseman out of Lewisburg, number 27, Chant Purvis. So a 4-3 ground out there for Nick DiCarlo. That was the second baseman, Davey Morgan, making the play. 1 out now here in the bottom of the first. Righty matchup here. Pitching there. They called strike inside. No balls, 1 strike here on Purvis, with Colby Thorndike, the first baseman, standing on deck. Thorndike out of East Carolina. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Pitching there. They ball owned away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, 10 o'clock start time here on this Thursday night down here in Pineville. Here's the pitch, and there's a foul ball straight back into the netting behind home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Thorndike, the batter on deck, will come over to retrieve it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning here in this one. Perfect at the plate. Here's the pitch. And there's a fly ball. Center field coming in into center fielder. He'll get under and he will make the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up Thorndike. First baseman out of East Carolina, number 22, Colby Thorndike. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first inning for Luke Macon. Righty-lefty matchup here between Macon and Thorndike with the cleanup hitter Cal Henderson standing on deck, and there's a ball up and away. 1 ball, no strike. So 1 ball, no strike, 2 out. Bottom of the first inning here in this one. Here's the pitch from Macon, and that'll be fouled straight back. They'll go above the stands, behind us, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Thorndike. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 out. No score in this one. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken up and away for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sun sort of playing a factor here, setting sort of beyond the left field line. Shadowed her absorbing left field, but the sun pretty much covering the entire rest of the field. And there's a called strike inside. 2 ball, 2 strike here on Colby Thorndike. 2 ball, 2 strike, 2 out. Making in. Here's pitch, and there's a grounder right side. That'll be a backhanded attempt from Snyder at first. Throw onto the pitcher in time for the out. Nice play there by Mike Snyder, the Clayton first baseman, flipping it on over to Macon for the final out. And it is a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. A scoreless first inning between the Clovers and the Bogeys. We'll be back in Pineville.
Just each side.
Leading off for the Clovers, the designated hitter out of North Carolina Wesleyan, number 24, JoJo Allen. All right, so back here, top of the second inning in this one. Second inning of work here for Dylan Langton. JoJo Allen out of North Carolina Wesleyan will be his first battle of the second inning. That'll be taken outside for a ball, 1-0 count. So a quick inning for both pitchers, Dylan Langton and Luke Macon. Here's the pitch, and there's a called ball downstairs below the knee, 2-0 count. So 2 balls, no strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Macon looking in here on Langton looking in here on Allen. Here's pitch, and there's a foul ball straight back. 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
Play 3 games on an All-Star day.
Righty matchup here. Macon in on Allen, or Langton, excuse me. 3 balls, 1 strike. They're to ball on the way.
The 2 East teams play, 2 West teams play, and then whoever wins both those play the championship one.
So 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. That'll be a line drive, left center field. That'll be a base hit into the left center field gap there. JoJo Allen will lead things off here in the top of the second inning with a base hit. And that'll bring up Jackson Dunlap. Right fielder out of Chowan University, number 32, Jackson Dunlap. So a Chowan product and Dunlap coming to the plate. Leadoff single for JoJo Allen, second hit of the game for the Clover. Here to pitch, and there's a ball up and away. 1 ball, no strike here on Dunlap. Dak Doltoski standing on deck as well for the Clover. Right on right. Langston looking in here. Throw back to first and coming in safely is Allen. So with the thing on the left field, that was the left fielder Paul Wright who made the play on it for the Sandhills bogey. 1 ball, no strike. Here pitch. There's a pop-up fly ball into right field. Backing up is the right fielder who will get a beat on it. He will make the catch. And JoJo Allen tagging up from first into second. And that's a bang-bang play at second. But he slides in time, getting the extra 90 feet. 1 out, and that'll bring up Dak Doltoski. Shortstop out of Mount Olive, number 6, Dak Doltoski. So a fly out there to the right fielder, but JoJo Allen taking the extra 90 feet. That was the right fielder Jackson Kroom making the catch. Righty-righty matchup here to pitch, and there's a called ball loaned away. 1-0 count now here on Dak Doltoski, who is the shortstop in this one for the Clover. Doltoski in. Allen in on second base. Alec Levesque standing on deck here to pitch. There's a ball yanked outside. 2 balls, no strike here on Dak Doltoski. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Playoff game number 2. Right on right. Here's a look back to second base, and JoJo Allen will jog back in. Righty-righty matchup. Allen dancing on second here, pitching. There's a called strike inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, and definitely early in this game. A lot of energy coming from both sides, both dugouts. Both teams wanting badly to move on, be able to face the Honeycrisp tomorrow night, keep their seasons alive. 2-1 count. Here pitch, here D-liner up the middle, and that hits off of the pitcher Langston to the shortstop. Throw to first is way high, and it gets away from the first baseman. Coming in to score is JoJo Allen. That ball went out of play, so into second base is Doltoski. That'll be a throwing error on the shortstop, Finley Fighter. So a 1 out error and a 1-0 lead, and that'll bring up Alex Levesque. But first, a mound visit here for the Sandhills Bogeys, an early mound visit. I want to say that's an infield single and throwing error. So a mound visit here for the Sandhills Bogeys and a full infield mound visit. Quick meeting though, and now the so it'll be Alex Levesque coming to the plate. Early 1-0 lead. Catcher out of William P. Alright. Didn't realize they were doing warm-up taunted. Alright, so warm-up taunted here. Now. Catcher out of William P. Number 4, Alex Levesque. So 1-0 lead here for the Clayton Clovers, thanks to a throwing error by the shortstop Fighter. Here to pitch, and there's a called strike taken inside, 0-1 count. So no balls, 1 strike here. Right on right matchup, 1-0 lead here to pitch, and that one will be taken inside for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes here on Alex Levesque with Will Orr standing on deck. No ball, 2 strikes with the out. Here's pitch, and that'll be taken loaned away. Good eye there, good take by the batter Levesque with Doltowski, the shortstop, on second base. Getting the second on the throwing error by the shortstop Fighter. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. 1-0 lead here for the Clovers, hoping to add on some more. Here's the pitch, and time taken before the pitch came in, so no pitch there. And Alex Levesque, I believe the hitter, took a late time. And stepping out of the box, that will keep it a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Another opportunity here. Here's Langton on Levesque. There's a line drive. That'll be a base hit in the center field for Alex Levesque. Stopping at third will be Doltowski. Into first is Langton. And the Clovers have runners on the corners with only 1 out, and that'll bring up the third baseman, William Orr. Third baseman out of William P. Number 28, Will Orr. So a single there for Alex Levesque. Runners on the corners with only 1 out. Righty-righty matchup here between Langton and Orr. Levesque on first, Doltowski on third for the Clovers. Here's the pitch. There's a grounder with the middle that could in the inning. Fighter on the second for 1. Throw on the first. There too. A big double play. Fighter up the middle. Flipped it to second. On to first in time to end the inning. A run does come in to score though on a 3 hit, an error, and 1 man left on base. Bottom half of the second inning coming up. Clovers 1, Bogeys 0. All right, so back here, bottom of the second inning in this one, Cal Henderson, designated hitter out of Lewisburg, will lead things off for the Bogeys. 1-0 lead here to pitch, and there's a first pitch grounder to the shortstop, Doltonki. One pitch, a high throw, but the tag is applied there. One pitch, one out here in the bottom of the second inning. And that will bring up Hunter Thaxton, the second baseman. Second baseman out of Maryville College, number 24, Hunter Thaxton. So Zach Doltowski making the play there for the Clovers. One pitch, one out for Luke Macon here to pitch. Ball up and away. 1 ball, no strike here on Hunter Thaxton. He is the second baseman in this one with Jackson Kroom standing on deck. Macon looking in here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball loaned away. 2 balls, no strike here on Hunter Thaxton. Macon looking in here. Here's pitch. There's a foul ball. That one right back into the netting behind home plate. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Players on both teams standing on the top rail or up against the rail of the dugout, in tune with the action here. Definitely a 2 ball, 1 strike count. There's a line drive, and that will be the first hit of the ball game for the Sandhills Bogeys. And Hunter Thaxton come through with a 1-out single, and that will bring up Jackson Kroom to the plate. Right fielder out of Lewisburg, number 5, Jackson Kroom. So a 1-out single there for Hunter Thaxton brings up Jackson Kroom. Kroom at the plate. He will be held on first base by Mike Snyder. Righty-lefty matchup between Macon. Here's pitch, and there's a ball upstairs. 1 ball, no strike. So 1 ball, no strike with the out. Righty-lefty matchup here between Macon and Kroom with Thomas Otto, the catcher, on deck. There's a ball up and away. 2 balls, no strike here on Kroom. Otto out of the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee standing on deck here to pitch. There's a fly ball, left center field coming in and then going a bit out, but under it, making the play as the center fielder. And that'll be the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Otto. Catcher out of the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, number 28, Thomas Otto. So 2 out now. Here's the catcher Otto to the plate with Hunter Thaxton in on first base. Throw back to first and a bang play at first. A lot of Clovers players, including their catcher, thought that was the final out of the inning. But the field umpire calling him safe. And Thaxton able to slide in safely under the glove of Snyder. 2 out. Here's the pitch. There's a ball taken loaned away. 1 ball, no strike. Good stop there by the catcher for the Clovers, Alex Levesque. Right on right, here's the pitch, and that'll be taken up and away. This time it'll be a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Thomas Otto with Paul Wright standing on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. 1-0 lead here for the Clovers. They scored their run in the top of the second inning. There's a throwback to first, and coming in safely is Thaxton. They scored their 1 run on a throwing error by the shortstop Spicer in the top of the second inning. And we're threatening for more, but an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. There's a ball inside, and a throw down to second by Levesque. A diving stop by the second baseman, Davey Morgan, kept that ball from going into the outfield. But a ball inside, 2-1 count, and a stolen base for Hunter Thaxton. Nice stop there by Davey Morgan, though. Macon looking in here on Otto. Here to pitch, and there's a foul ball straight back. 2 ball, 2 strike. So 2 balls, 2 strike, 2 out. Bottom of the second inning here in this one. Macon looking in here on Otto with Paul Wright on deck. Macon looking in. Here to pitch, and that will be taken up there for a ball. Full count now here on Mr. Thomas Otto. So 3 balls, 2 strike, 2 out. Bottom of the second inning in this one. Macon looking back at the runner. Here to pitch, and that'll be fouled straight back, and the battle will continue. And Thomas Otto sizing up. Luke Macon gets back into the batter's box. Couple of practice tack. Getting his lead off of second and Saxton. Macon is set. Here's the pitch. And that one will be taken loaned away for ball 4. So the battle is won by the catcher, Thomas Otto. That'll bring up the left fielder, Paul Wright. Left fielder out of Anderson Broadus University, number 26, Paul Wright. So 2 outs and runners on first and second. Wright at the plate. He is the number 8 hole hitter. First pitch is a ball up and in, getting Wright off of the plate. 1 ball, no strike. 2 outs here. Bottom of the second inning in this one. Right on right matchup. Here's the pitch. Taken outside and a snap throw back to second, and once again. Oh, and they got him! Wow, what a play there by the catcher. That was Alex Levesque throwing a diving stop for Davey Morgan, and a slap tag was applied. That is how the inning will end. Sandhills not too happy about the call at second base. Wow, what a play, though, by Levesque, and especially by Davey Morgan. There is a discussion, though, between the head coach for Sandhills and the field umpire, and not a friendly discussion at that. So the field umpire, I believe that's Toby Atwood, is talking to the Sandhills coach. The Bogeys are taking the field while the discussion is happening. We'll be back in Pineville. 1-0 lead for the Clovers.
I was playing high school, so I got work and whatnot.
All right, welcome back here. Top of the third inning in this one after a backhanded pickoff throw by the Clayton catcher, Alex Levesque, ended the bottom of the second inning. We are back here in the top of the third. First pitch for Dylan Langton at a ball in the dirt, 1-0 count. Dak Lyon, the center fielder for the Clover, is the leadoff batter for Clayton that inning. Here pitching there, take ball outside, 2-0 count. Lyon led off the game with the fly out to the center fielder, Nick DiCarlo of the Bogeys. Right on the right matchup here. Here to 2-0 pitch. That'll be taken outside for ball 3. 3 balls, no strike. Here on Lyon to a ninth dart for Dak Lyon. Davey Morgan, the second baseman on deck, here to pitch. That'll be taken inside for a strike. Get me over fastball there for the starting pitcher, Langton. Langton looking in here on Lyon with Davey Morgan on deck. Here pitch, and that'll be taken inside. Full count now here on Dak Lyon. 3 ball, 2 strike. Pitcher Langton is ready, but Lyon taking his time getting into the batter's box. Full count now here with nobody out. Right on right matchup. Here pitch, and there's a line drive into left field, dang in the air, and making a gliding catch into left fielder Paul Wright. Sort of a slide to get in there, and that will bring up Davey Morgan. Second baseman, number 2, Davey Morgan.
I'm actually going out to recruit tomorrow. In the area.
So 1 out now here in the top of the third. 1-0 lead here. Here to pitch, and that'll be taken up and away for a ball. 1-0 count now here on Davey Morgan. Struck out swinging his first time up. Morgan did. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll be fouled straight off. 1 ball, 1 strike down the first base line.
You might be getting a coastal transfer. Right, Fisher. That was a nice thing.
Who? McFadden?
Yeah.
You're going to right on right matchup here. Pitching there. Take ball taken downstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the third inning. Here's the pitch, and that'll be taken loaned away for a ball. 3-1 count now here on Davey Morgan. Mike Snyder, the Indiana Tech product, is standing on deck. He singled back in the first inning. Snyder did. Right on right here, pitch, and that'll be ball 4 taken out there to a 5-pitch walk on Davey Morgan, and that will bring up Snyder. First baseman number 5, Mike Snyder.
So I was like, hey, why don't you come to visit? So our head coach was like, ain't no shot you're getting this kid on campus. I was like, I wish you wouldn't put him. So
Here you go, the right on right matchup here between Langton and Snyder. Here we go, here pitching there, they swing and a miss for strike 1, 0-1 count. Nice pitch there by Dylan Langton, getting Snyder to look foolish on that pitch that ended up way outside. Colby Thorndike holding the runner on first, Morgan. Langton looking in here on Snyder, and the runner going, Morgan, swinging him in for strike 2, throw on the second, it's not in time. Good jump and a good deal for Davey Morgan, but it is an 0-2 count now here on Mike Snyder. First stolen base of the game for Clover by Davey Morgan there. Catcher for the Bogeys in this one is Thomas Otto. No ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Right on right matchup. Here to pitch. That'll be taken up and away for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strike.
Don't have to tell me that. I mean, I start school duty.
he's already in the portal, right?
Yeah.
Here you go. So looking in here, Langton in on Snyder. Here pitch. There's a ball taken outside. 2 ball, 2 strike. Here on Mike Snyder out of Indiana Tech. An Indiana native, originally from Fort Wayne. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Right on right matchup. A lot of look back. Here to pitch, and there's a check swing. Did he go around? They're not going to appeal. It is a ball loaned away. Full count now here on Snyder. Nice job there for Mike Snyder holding up on a pitch that he wanted to swing at, but was able to think better of it. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second base is Davey Morgan. Snyder at the plate, Garrett Moffitt, the NC State product, on deck. And a time taken here by Snyder. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Langston looking in here. Little peek back at the runner Morgan. In here to pitch, and there's a chopper left side. That'll be fielded at third base. Another strong throw in first is in time for the out. Nice play there by the third baseman, Chant Purvitt. 2 out here in the top of the third, and that will bring up Garrett Moffitt. Left fielder number 1, Garrett Moffitt. So Chant Purvitt making the play there, able to keep the runner Morgan on second as well. And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Moffitt, who grounded out to Chant Purvitt his first time up. Look back to second here for the pitcher Langston. Here it is, and that'll be taken down there for a strike. 0-1 count now here on Garrett Moffitt.
You got a redshirt this year at State.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Righty on lefty matchup.
He actually went there to pitch and then he had to have surgery on his arm.
Dancing around second is Morgan. There's a ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the pitcher here in this one, Dylan Langston, working on a fairly long inning. A 1-0 lead right now for the Clovers. Hoping for a pitcher who here in this one, and there's a little fake pitch in, but a look back to second base, and coming back into second is Davey Morgan. Moffitt at the plate. Langston looking in. Here's the pitch, and there's a fly ball right center field, not that deep. Coming over is the right fielder, Jackson Shroom. He'll get under it. He will make the catch, and that is how the inning ends. So no run score, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base thanks to a walk to Davey Morgan. Bottom of the third inning coming up. Clovers 1, Bogeys nothing. Leading off for the Bogey, left fielder, number 26, Paul Wright. All right, so back here, bottom of the third inning in this one. Paul Wright will lead things off. He was the batter at the plate when the backhanded pickoff move to end the bottom of the second inning occurred. Here's the pitch, and there's a ball up and in, 1-0 count, so another chance in the batter box for Paul Wright with Finley Spicer standing on deck. 1 ball, no strike. Here's the pitch, and there's a ball inside, 2 balls, no strike. Oh, and that they're actually going to say that one hit him. So a hit by pitch there on Paul Wright. That will bring up the number 9 hitter, Finley Spicer, to the plate. Shortstop out of Limestone University, number 11, Finley Beitner. So a hit by pitch gets right on base. Righty-righty matchup here between Macon and Beitner. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive up the middle. Shortstop will get it. He'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Throw on the first. There to double play. A shortstop Zach Doltoski special. Got it on the Snyder at first. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Center fielder number 3, Nick DiCarlo. Here's pitch, and there's a fly ball. That one going left field toward the corner, coming in, and that ball will drop foul down the left field line. 0-1 count now here on the leadoff hitter, Nick DiCarlo. So 1-0 lead. A leadoff hit by pitch was immediately erased with a ground ball double play. Doltoski taking the ball himself to the bag at second. Hit throw on the first was in time. Zach Doltoski with a nice play. Here's pitch, and there's a called strike up and away. No ball, 2 strikes here on Nick DiCarlo. So no ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning here in this one. Here to pitch on DiCarlo. There's a ball up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0 lead here in this one for the Clovers. Scored their run way back in the top of the 2nd inning. Bottom of the 3rd, low scoring game. Make it in. Here's pitch, and there's a pop up that'll go foul straight off, and it will continue a battle here between Luke Macon and Nick DiCarlo. So 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning here in this one. Here's the pitch. That'll be fly ball into center field. Coming in the center fielder Lyon. He will make the catch. And that is how the inning ends. So no runs, no hits, no errors, none left on. Top of the 4th inning coming up. Clovers 1, Bogeys 0.
Catcher coming back.
All right, so back here, top of the 4th inning in this one. JoJo Allen will lead things off for the Clayton Clovers. Allen led things off in the top of the 2nd inning. Led off the inning with a single, and it scored the only run of the game thus far. So to call strike blown away. No balls, 1 strike here on JoJo Allen with Jackson Dunlap on deck and Zach Doltoski in the hole. There's a fly ball right center field, not that deep. Right fielder will get under. He will make the catch. 1 out now in the top of the 4th, as that was the right fielder Jackson Crew making the play. Right fielder number 32, Jackson Dunlap. Dunlap flew out to his fellow right fielder, Jackson Crewman, first time up, and there's a ball loaned away. 1-0 count now here on Dunlap with Doltowski standing on deck. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken outside. This time it'll be a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike count here on Dunlap. Langston looking in on Dunlap. Here's pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. An off-speed pitch. Definitely fooled Jackson Dunlap there. So Langston ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's pitch. There's a swing and a foul ball. Oh, and that ball was caught by the catcher, and that'll be a strikeout. Nice strikeout there for Dunlap, or for Langston, and a very nice play by Thomas Otto, the catcher. Shortstop, number 6, Zach Doltowski. There are 2 outs now here in the top of the 4th inning. Strikeout there for Langston. Here to 2-out pitch. First pitch swinging on an offbeat pitch, 0-1 count. That is the second strikeout of the game for Dylan Langston. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken downstairs for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning here in this one. Right on right matchup here between Langston and Doltowski, who singled his first time up. Infield single, and there's a called strike on away. 1 ball, 2 strike, and Langston a strike away from getting out of the 4th, 1-2-3. Langston in, here's pitch, and that'll be chop foul straight back, and staying alive is Doltowski. Want to get a battle here between Langston and Doltowski. Alec Levesque standing on deck, he singled back in the 2nd inning as well. Here's the pitch. That'll be swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him, and that'll end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning, back-to-back strikeout for Dylan Langston. He is having a nice performance through the first 4. And we have a pitcher's duel here in Pineville between the Clovers and the Bogeys. You will not want to go away. We will be back. Leading off, bottom of the 4th inning, 3rd baseman, number 27, Chance Purvis. All right, they're back here, bottom of the 4th inning in this one. Pitcher duel underway here between Luke Macon of the Clovers and Dylan Langston of the Bogeys. There's a called strike inside. No balls, 1 strike. 2-3-4 guys do up an inning for the Bogeys. Enchant Purvin, Colby Thorndike, and Cal Henderson. No balls, 1 strike here. Pitch and there's a ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Like Lucas Martinez. He completely quit baseball. He played for the Diamondbacks.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Here's pitch, and there's a pop-up that'll go right side. Coming over into first baseman Snyder. He gets under in foul territory and will make the first out. 1 out now here in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll bring up Colby Thorndike.
There's a time period in which
First baseman, number 22, Colby Thorndike.
I don't know what the time period is, but
He completely quit baseball. And they was talking to him to go to Lander.
Okay.
And he was awesome at the end of the year for Lander.
Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch, and there's a foul ball straight back. No balls, 1 strike. So Thorndike at the plate. He grounded out to the first baseman, Mike Snyder, his first time up, and that was a very nice play by the first baseman Snyder. A diving play to his right, and then flipping it onto the pitcher Macon to complete the play and complete the inning. Here's pitch, and there's a fly ball, left field, fairly deep, backing up into left fielder. He should have baked, he will, and he will make the catch, creeping up on the warning track. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 4th. Designated hitter number 13, Cal Henderson.
yeah, he did.
And that one well struck by Colby Thorndike, but Garrett Moffitt, the left fielder, able to make the play there. And in this ballpark, Pineville, we are quickly learning plays very large. There's a grounder to the shortstop, Zoltowski. He'll play it on a couple of hops. Throw on the first in time. 1, 2, 3, bottom of the 4th, and Luke Macon, the Tusculum product, having a great ball game, putting the Clovers on it back. 5th inning coming up. Clayton 1, Sandhills nothing. We'll be back. All right, so back here, top of the 5th inning in this one. 1-0 lead for the Clovers. Game that is moving by very quickly. 2 pitchers that are throwing strikes very efficiently. Here is the first pitch of the inning, and that will be a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1 count now here. Dylan Langston out for his 5th inning of work. Here's pitch, and there's a ball taken out there. 1-1 count. If he records first out of this inning, he will already surpass the longest outing of either of the 2 starting pitchers in the first game this afternoon. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken loaned away for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Water.
Porcupine got 4 innings out of Garrett Dunn, their left-handed starter in Game 1. 4 shutout innings. They shut out across the board using 3 different pitchers. Here to 2-1 no pitch, and there's a foul ball straight off. 2-2 strike. Garrett Dunn had 4 of those innings, and then I believe it was Luke Renau or Jake Renau, one of the two. Went 3 shutout innings with 4 strikeouts. Here to 2-2 no out pitch, and that'll be grounded up the middle. The pitcher Langton will take it himself, flipped it on the first in time. 1 out now here in the top of the 5th. Third baseman, number 28, Will Orr. After a couple of early inning struggle for the Sandhills starter Langton, he has looked very good the past few innings. Got 1, 2, 3 in the 4th, getting an easy out number 1, and there's a fastball up and away for a ball. 1-0 count now here on Will Orr with the top of the order and Zach Lyon standing on deck. Here's pitch, and there's a line drive. That'll be a base hit in the center field for Orr. So Will Orr come through. He is a 1-for-2 game going, and that'll bring up the top of the order, Zach Lyon, the center fielder, coming to the plate. Center fielder number 7, Zach Lyon. So Lyon stepping into the plate here, a 1-out single for the number 9 hole hitter Orr. Lyon, he has an 0-for-2 games thus far leading off. Flew out to the center fielder DeCarlo in the 1st, and then lined out to the left fielder Wright in the 3rd. So 1 out now, righty on righty matchup. Langton looking in here on Lyon. Here to pitch, and that'll be taken up and away for a ball. 1-0 count. Orr in on first base. 1 ball, no strike, 1 out. Here's another throwback to first, and once again coming in safely in the runner on first, Orr, with the first baseman Colby Thorndike holding him on. Right on right matchup. Here's the pitch, and that'll be taken outside for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Lyon. So right on right matchup here. Langton in on Lyon. Orr getting his lead. Here's the pitch. Sort of a fake go. Ball taken outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Davey Morgan standing on deck. He had an 0-for-1 ball game, walk and a strikeout, along with a stolen base after the walk for Morgan. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch, and that'll be taken down and in. That'll be ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Zach Lyon. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning here in this one. Here's the pitch, and there's a weak pop-up. That'll go in the infield right side. It will be playable for the first baseman, Thorndike. He gets under, and he will make the catch. Second out of the inning. And Colby Thorndike got under that one. And a big out number 2 for the pitcher, Langton. Second baseman, number 2, Davey Morgan. So Morgan coming to the plate here. 2 outs now in the top of the 5th inning. Right on right matchup. Langton in, here pitching. There's a swing and a miss. The fastball just overpowered Davey Morgan there. So Morgan at the plate. 1 out now in the top of the 5th inning. With Mike Snyder standing on deck. Here's the pitch, runner fake to go again, swinging and a miss for strike 2. And coming back into first base is the runner Orr. So a couple of times this inning, Will Orr, the runner on first, had faked it. He was going to steal second base or going to attempt to steal second base, but did not. No ball, 2 strike, 2 out. Another big lead for Orr. And he is leaning. Here's the pitch, and there's a ball on the way. Once again, Orr not going. But just try and get ahead of the pitcher, Dylan Langton, and the catcher, Tomatado. 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out. Or on first, held on by Thorndike. Here's the pitch. That'll be a pop-up right side. That'll be Thorndike chasing it down the right field line. So is the right fielder. He will make the catch. Nearly overran it. But the right fielder, Jackson Kroom, able to make the play to end the top of the 5th. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 man left on base. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Pitcher duel in Pineville. Don't go away. Leading off for the bogey, the second baseman, number 24, Hunter Thacton.
I can do like
All right, back here, bottom of the 5th inning in this one. Luke Macon out for his 5th inning of work. There's a ball along the way, 1-0 count. Macon donning a numberless jersey for the Clayton Clovers. Righty-righty matchup here to pitch, and that'll be taken outside. This time it'll be a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike count. 5, 6, 7 guys for the Bogeys, and Hunter Thacton, Jackson Kroom, and Thomas Otto. Thacton, Kroom, Otto due up in the inning for the Bogeys. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a grounder up the middle. That'll be a tough play for the shortstop, Toltowski, and a play that will not be made. An infield single for Hunter Thacton. His second single of the ball game. He had 2 for 2. That'll bring up Jackson Kroom. Right fielder, number 5, Jackson Kroom. Doing leadoff single for Thacton. He had the only 2 hits of the game so far for the Bogeys. Hunter Thacton does, their second baseman. Here's pitching a bunt shown by Kroom, but unable to make contact and unable to hold back. Would have been in the strike zone anyway. 0-1 count now here on Thacton, or here on Kroom. Thacton on first. Righty-lefty matchup. Macon looking in. Here's the pitch. And this one flinging himself right time. That'll be a diving stop in second. A throw on the first. And he airmails at first baseman. Both runners are going, leading up there to an infield single and a throwing error for the second baseman. So runners will now be on second and third, and the Sandhills Bogeys all of a sudden with by far their best opportunity of the ball game to get on the board to break this 1-0 lead for the Clovers.
That's an error.
Catcher, number 28, Thomas Otto. You're calling that single then an error?
That's what I call a single error.
Okay. That'll be an infield single, then an error allowing each base runner to move up a bag. Throwing error by the second baseman, Davey Morgan. Runners on second and third, nobody out. Huge at bat here between Macon and Otto. Here's the pitch. There's a looper right side towards the right fielder. Could be a plate to plate if they send them. They will not send them. A big out number 1 Nice job there by the right fielder, Jackson Dunlap, making the play. And a big out number 1 for Luke Macon. And that'll bring up Paul Wright. Left fielder, number 26, Paul Wright. So a big out number 1 for Luke Macon, and we are at a big spot in this ball game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Macon looking in here on right. Runners on 2nd and 3rd for the Bogeys. Here's pitch, and there's a called strike taken up there. No ball, 1 strike here on Paul Wright with the number 9 hole hitter Finley Spicer standing on deck. Macon in here on right. Hit by pitch is last time, swing and a miss for strike 2. No ball, 2 strikes here on Paul Wright, the left fielder. Left fielder out of Anderson Broaden University, originally from Pennsylvania, is right. Here's the pitch, and there's a foul ball straight back, staying alive. No ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Kroom on 2nd, Thaxton on 3rd. Kroom reached via infield single. That is also how Thaxton reached. Each of them moved up a base on a throwing error by the second baseman. Here's pitch, here's a grounder that'll go foul down the third base line, evading the Sandhills Bogeys third base coach. One thing I noticed between innings, Sandhills Bogey took a team meeting sort of down at their dugout between these innings, and coming in with 2 singles coming off that meeting. Here's pitch, and there's a grounder that'll go foul. And this is a battle here between Luke Macon and Paul Wright. There are 2 guys warming up in the bullpen for the Clovers. 1 lefty, 1 righty, it looked like. Although it looked like 1 lefty is primarily the one warming up. I think that's number 10. No ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken outside for a ball, a gutsy take for Paul Wright, but able to leave it on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's pitch, and there's a ball up and in. Very nice job there by the catcher, Levesque, keeping the ball in his glove from going to the backstop. That one, if that one got to the backstop, this game could very well be tied with the tying run 90 feet away from scoring. Righty-righty matchup here. Macon in on right. Here, pitch, and there's a pop-up, and the battle continues. Battle here. Luke Macon out of Tuckalum University. Paul Wright out of Anderson Broaden. They are staying at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Third baseman for the Clovers and playing a bit in. Everyone else playing pretty far back will concede the run to get the out. 1-0 ball game. Here's the pitch. There's a grounder left side, right to the third baseman. Throw toward the plate, and not in time. The throw itself was in time, but a nice slide by the runner Thaxton, and this game is tied at 1 apiece. Very nice slide there for Hunter Thaxton. No out runs recorded there, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Finley Spicer. Shortstop, number 11, Finley Spicer. So run scoring there. Game tied up at 1 apiece. Here's pitch, and there's a called strike outside. No balls, 1 strike. The runner on second, staying at second, but a fielder choice reaching base. There's a ball thrown away. 1 ball, 1 strike. RBI fielder choice for Paul Wright. First RBI of the game for either side. As the only run that scored for the Clovers was on a throwing error. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch, and there's a line drive, base hit over the head. Runner will go around third. There could be a play at the plate. There will not be, and the Bogeys take a 2-1 lead. An RBI single for the shortstop Spicer. Bogey scored 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. It is a 2-1 lead for Sandhills. That'll bring us to the top of the order, and Nick DiCarlo. But before that, it'll be a mound visit here for the Clovers. And, yep, they're at the point. So that will be it for the starting pitcher, Luke Macon. 4 very good innings, giving up only 1 hit through the first 4 innings. But unfortunately, the 5th inning, not nearly as kind to the Tuckalum product, Luke Macon. We have a new pitcher in the game for the Clovers, and we will get a name and information when we come back, but it is a lefty. We'll be back. 2-1 lead for the Bogeys. New pitcher for the Clayton Clovers is number 30, Shea DeFalco. Now batting for the Bogeys, center fielder, number 3, Nick DiCarlo. All right, so back here, bottom of the 5th inning in this one. 2-1 lead here for the Sandhills Bogeys after an RBI single for the shortstop Finley Spicer. New pitcher is Shea DeFalco, Guilford Tech product. Facing DiCarlo, bunt shown, held back. It's a ball loaned away, 1-0 count.
Let's take that.
So this will be, clearly a matchup pitching change here. Lefty on lefty between DeFalco and DiCarlo. First baseman Snyder playing in. Up the middle, they're playing about halfway. DeFalco in, ear to pitch, and there's a grounder up the middle that could be 2. Flip on the short for 1, throw on the first, there 2. Double play. Shea DeFalco comes in and immediately induces a 4-6-3 double play. Morgan to Noltaki to Snyder. It is a 2-1 ball game. We have a game here in Pineville. Winner faces the Honeycrisp. We'll be back. All right, so back here, top of the sixth inning in this one. 2-1 lead for the Bogeys after Shea DeFalco came in, a left-handed pitcher for the Clovers. Ball in the dirt, 1-0 count. And immediately, DeFalco came in. Second pitch he threw was a 4-6-3 double play. Very nicely rolled up. Morgan to Doltoski to Snyder. And speaking of Mike Snyder, their number 3 hitter, leading things off here in the sixth. And after that 2-run inning for the Bogeys, but the inning that could have been a lot worse, you have the heart of the order coming up for the Clovers in Snyder, Moffitt, and Allen. Here pitching, there's a changeup or an off-speed pitch that will get Snyder swinging through it, 2-1 count. Bullpen action right now down the left field line for the Sandhills Bogeys. But past few innings, starting pitcher Langton has looked very good for Sandhills. Here's the pitch, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-ball, 2 strikes here on Mike Snyder. 2-1 lead here for the Bogeys. 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Langton looking in here on Snyder. Here's the pitch. That'll be a fly ball right center field, well struck and chasing it into the gap for the Bogeys. And that one will one hop off of the wall. Snyder not stopping at second, yet he will. A leadoff double for Mike Snyder. He does a little golf impression at second base. And that will bring up Garrett Moffitt to the plate. A huge leadoff double for Snyder and the Clovers. Left fielder, number 1, Garrett Moffitt. So a leadoff double for Snyder. He has a 2-for-3 game going. Mike Snyder does. And now here is Moffitt to the plate. He had 0-for-2 thus far, Garrett Moffitt. First pitch swing, it's a foul ball straight back. 0-1 count, but yeah, that ball would, it was crushed. Went off of the wall in right center field. Probably would have been a home run in a lot of ballparks in the old North State League. Definitely would have been a home run in Hendersonville where I do my broadcasting. Probably would have cleared it by a good 30 feet. No ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. There's a grounder right side. Fielded at first, but tough job with it here. And a no flip on. And that will be another base runner for the Clovers. Clovers have runners on the corners, and as I was saying, a big spot for Clayton with their heart of the order due up. And that will bring up JoJo Allen with runners on the corner and nobody out. Designated hitter number 24, JoJo Allen.
That's what I gave it. He barreled it.
Yeah.
Hit.
That's what I gave it.
Alright. Now, runners on the corner here will be an infield single for Garrett Moffitt to get him on first base. Here's pitching there, Jake swinging a miss for strike 1. Fastball got by JoJo Allen. 1-for-2 game for him, a single and a fly out. So Sandhills, as I said, they have bullpen action going down the left field line. I think whoever it is warming up should be close to ready at least. Now time taken here. Moffitt on first, Snyder on third. Moffitt infield single. Mike Snyder with a double into the right center field gap. No balls, 1 strike. Here's pitch, and there's a chopper right side. That one will go foul down the first base line. No balls, 2 strikes. But quickly up with it, the catcher Thomas Otto, along with the pitcher Langston, just chasing that ball down, and a slow walk back to the plate for JoJo Allen with Jackson Dunlap on deck. Huge at bat here between Langston and Allen. No ball, 2 strikes. Moffitt on first, Snyder on third for the Clovers. Nobody out. Here's pitch. There's a chopper left side. This will score the tying run. And a strong throw on the first is in time for the out. An RBI ground out for JoJo Allen. This ball game is tied up at 2 apiece here in the 6th. Right fielder, number 32, Jackson Dunlap. So runner on second base. Game tied up at 2 apiece. Langston looking in here on Dunlap. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike taken up and away. No ball, 1 strike here on Jackson Dunlap with the shortstop Doltoski standing on deck for Clayton. Righty-righty matchup. Langston in here on Dunlap. Here's the pitch. There's a grounder right side, and that'll go through. Diving stop by the second baseman. No play, kicked away. But with the second baseman keeping the ball in the infield, that was Hunter Thaxton keeping the ball in the infield, likely saved a run. And now runners on the corner here with only 1 out, and now here is a mound visit for the bogey. That may be it for the pitcher Langston. Look down towards the bullpen, but I haven't seen a point yet. So a full mound visit here for the Sandhills Bogeys. Could just be a strategy visit, if nothing else. The Clovers have runners on the corner to a tied game here in the 6th inning. Get an infield single there for Jackson Dunlap. Runners on the corner. And yeah, they're going to keep the pitcher Langston in the game here. And that'll bring up Zach Doltoski. Shortstop number 6, Zach Doltoski. So righty-righty matchup here between Langston and Doltoski. Dunlap on first, Moffitt on third for the Clovers. Game tied up at 2 apiece. Here, pitch, and there's a chopper left side. That one will be a base hit into left field for Doltoski. A 2-run inning for the Clovers. RBI single for Zach Doltoski. And the Clovers, just like that, retake the lead 3-2. And this time, that will be it for the pitcher Dylan Langston. So 5 1/3 inning pitch for Langston. And sort of similar to the starting pitcher for Clayton and Luke Macon. A very strong start to the game, but the end to its appearance sort of faded out. And now the Bogeys, like the Clovers, acting for relief help. It is a bullpen game from here on out. New pitcher will be number 20. Louis something. We'll be back. For Alex Levesque. All right, so back here with 1 out on the top of the 6th inning. 2 runs in already for the Clovers, and a new pitcher for the Bogeys is Wesley Landis. And there's a called strike going away. 0-1 count. So landed out of Garrett College, originally from Kirby, West Virginia. No balls, 1 strike. Doltowski on first, Dunlap on second for the Clovers. RBI single for Doltowski gave the Clovers the 3-2 lead. Here's pitch and there's a ball up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's what the college coaches are gonna say anyways.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
What do you wanna see?
Top of the 6th inning here in this one.
Yeah.
Right on right matchup. Here's the pitch. And there's a chopper left side that'll be fielded at third base. Coming in, Purvis, throw on the first. It's in time for the out. So a big out number 2 recorded by Landon. Chance Purvis making the play there at third. And that will bring up the number 9 hole hitter, Will Orr. Third baseman number 28, Will Orr.
No, it's all about them. There's a new match.
There are 2 outs now here at the top of the 6th inning. Right on right matchup here between Landis and Orr. Here's the pitch. There's a foul ball straight back. 0-1 count on Will Orr, who singled him last time up back in the 5th inning.
Yeah, but it's just full practice though. I mean, like you said, it's gotta sit-
3-2 lead here.
Track man, it's like 10 grand a unit or something. There might be more.
Righty on righty matchup. Here's the pitch. And there's a ball that'll bounce in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Orr. 1 for 2 games thus far for the third baseman Orr. Ground into a 6-4-3 double play. Hit first time up. And then singled his last time. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out. Here's the pitch. And that'll be taken outside for a ball kicked away from the catcher. But Otto able to keep it close enough to him that a run couldn't score, base runner couldn't move up.
Mm-hmm.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Right on right matchup. Both teams getting into it here. Clover player clapping it up. There's a fly ball into center field coming over to Carlo, who will make the catch. And in the inning, and an important 2 outs recorded for Wesley Landis for the Bogeys, keeping the game at a run deficit for the Bogeys. But the Bogeys add on 2 runs of their own, 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Bottom half of the 6th inning coming up. This game certainly is not over. Should be a good one. All right, so back here, bottom of the 6th inning in this one. Chance Purvis coming to the plate for the Sandhills Bogey. Purvis has an 0 for 2 game going. And once again, the Bogeys, after giving up 2 runs, on the other half of the inning will have their heart of the order coming up and see if they have a response for the 2-run top of the 6th inning that the Clovers recorded. 3-2 lead. Here to pitch, and there's a fly ball into right field toward foul territory, and that one will land foul in the Clovers bullpen down the right field line. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Chance Purvis with Colby Thorndike on deck. Lefty-righty matchup here between Shea DeFalco and Chance Purvis. DeFalco came in with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th and recorded an immediate 4-6-3 double play with runners on the corner. So DeFalco already doing his job, hoping to extend it out. Ahead 1-2 here on Chance Purvis. DeFalco in on Purvis. Here's pitch. There's a line drive once again. It'll go foul in toward the Clovers bullpen. And Purvis slapping things off the other way. Staying alive here is Chance Purvis. Bogey third baseman out of Lewisburg College is Purvis. Lefty-righty matchup. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive, and that'll be a leadoff single in the bottom of the 6th inning for Purvis. So a base hit for Chance Purvis brings up the 3-hole hitter in Colby Thorndike for the Bogeys. First baseman number 22, Colby Thorndike. Bogey fans now here in Pineville getting into it. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. First pitch swing is a pop-up left side. Coming over is the shortstop, Doltowski. Under it, makes the play for a big out number 1 and an unproductive out number 1 for Colby Thorndike. Designated hitter number 13, Cal Henderson. Here we go. Here's pitch.
Is what in mental traffic refers to.
So called strike taken outside. DeFalco looking in here on Henderson. Here's pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. No ball, 2 strikes here on Cal Henderson. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Couple of ground outs for Henderson. Lefty-righty matchup. DeFalco in. Here's the pitch. And there's a foul ball straight back. Cal Henderson, designated hitter, will stay alive. Henderson, Lewisburg College product, originally from Chantilly, Virginia. No ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lefty-righty matchup. DeFalco looking in. Here's the pitch, and that'll be taken in the dirt for a ball and a big read there. Throw on the second, it's high. And not in time. That was a gutsy run there for the runner on first, Purvis, but he was running as soon as the ball hit the dirt, essentially, and able to slide in safely under the tag of the second baseman. So the catcher, Alec Levesque, just a bit of a high throw there to the second baseman, Morgan. And now all of a sudden, the tying run is in scoring position for the Bogeys. DeFalco in here on Henderson with Hunter Thaxton on deck. Thaxton has a 2 for 2 game going. Couple of singles for him. Here's the pitch. That'll be off of the knob and in fair territory. They're just going to throw it on the first for the out, and then there is the runner going into third. So hit off of the knob of the bat, and a 2-3 ground out there is the catcher making the play. 2 outs now. That'll bring up Hunter Thaxton. Second baseman, number 24, Hunter Thaxton. Runner does move to third, and with 2 outs, the tying run 90 feet away. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Not a great swing there on the first pitch of the plate appearance for Thaxton. Clover defense playing straight back with 2 out. Lefty righty matchup. DeFalco in. There's a ball and a got there by the catcher. Levesque. And a huge plate appearance here between Shea DeFalco and Hunter Thackton. Runner 90 feet away from scoring is the third baseman Purvitt. Led off the inning with a single. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken outside for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Hunter Thackton with Jackson Kroom on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a fly ball left center field. Coming over is the center fielder who will have room. Lyon makes the catch, and that'll end the top of the thing. So no run score in the inning on a hit, no errors. 1 man left on base, and that will bring us to the 7th. Clayton 3, Sandhills 2. We'll be back in Pineville. All right, back here, top of the 10th inning in this one. Clovers up by a score of 3-2. Believe it'll be West Landon thing in the game for the Bogeys. Righty matchup here. Pitch, and there's a called strike taken loaned away. No ball, 1 strike. So top of the order due up in the inning for the Clovers in Lyon, Morgan, and Snyder. 1, 2, 3. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken loaned away for another strike. 0-2 count. Dak Lyon, Davey Morgan, Mike Snyder due up. 0-2, yeah. So no ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Right on right matchup. Landeth in on Lyon. Here's pitch. There's a ball that'll kick past the catcher Otto. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Dak Lyon, 0 for 3 game. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken up there for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Lyon. So right on right matchup. Landon here on Lyon. No bullpen action right now for the Bogeys. Here's the pitch. That'll be a line drive, and that'll be a base hit in the straightaway center field for Dak Lyon. He took that one up the middle, comes through with a leadoff single here in the 7th, and that'll bring up Davey Morgan. Second baseman, number 2, Davey Morgan. So right on right matchup here between Landis and Morgan. Runner on first base is Lyon with the leadoff single. He has a 1 for 4 game going. Here's the pitch. Cold strike taken outside. No ball, 1 strike here on. So mound visit coming here. And yeah, long mound visit here between the catcher Otto and the pitcher Landon.
Oh, no, it's one.
All right, so no balls, one strike, nobody out here. Mike Snyder, the first baseman standing on deck. Now visit is over. Thomas Otto back behind home plate. Lyon on first. Here to pitch. That'll be taken upstairs for a strike. No ball, two strike. Here on Davey Morgan, second baseman, had an 0 for 2 game going. So no ball, two strikes, nobody out. Landis looking in here on Morgan. Here to pitch, and that'll be taken in the dirt. Nice stop there by the catcher, Otto. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th here, 3 runs, 10 hits, and an error for the Clovers. 2 runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Sandhills Bogeys. Clovers are the road team in this one, Bogeys at home. Landis looking in. Here's the pitch. Ball taken outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still no bullpen action for the Sandhills Bogeys, so it looks like Landis will be on the hook for a fairly long outing. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Lyon will be held on first and a throw back. Thorndike, the first baseman. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Right on right matchup. Here's pitch, and there's a cold strike 3 taken downstairs. Davey Morgan not pleased with the call. He goes down looking. 1 out now, and that'll bring up Mike Snyder. First baseman number 5, Mike Snyder. So 1 out now. Big first out, and Davey Morgan goes down looking. Right on right matchup here between Landis and Snyder. Wesley Landis looking in. Lyon on first. Here's the pitch. That'll be chopped left side. That'll go foul down the third baseline. 0-1 count. And Mike Snyder absolutely crushed a double to lead off the top of the 6th inning. Ended up scoring 1 of the 2 runs that inning as well. But a double into the right center field gap over everyone. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Landis looking in here on Snyder, who is 2 for 3 tonight. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Lyon in on first base, led off the inning with a single. Straight away center field for Zach Lyon. Here's the pitch, and that'll be a line drive, base hit into left field. He sat on that breaking ball. It'll be a 3 for 4 game for Mike Snyder. He comes into first, and with runners on first and second, and 1 out, that'll bring up Garrett Moffitt to the plate. Left fielder number 1, Garrett Moffitt.
He's hit 6 homers since the All-Star.
That was only 2 weeks ago.
Here you go, so 1 out. Lefty-righty matchup. Here's pitch, and that'll be taken outside for a strike. 0-1 count.
Where did you have that? Mill Street.
He was in Marion.
The big league camp.
Nice.
Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. And there's a fly ball into left field, coming over. Long run for the left fielder. Sandhills sliding and making the catch is the left fielder there. Nice play by Paul Rice. 2 outs now here in the top of the 7th. And that will bring up designated hitter JoJo Allen. Designated hitter number 24, JoJo Allen.
Michael's a reflection for the last ring. I don't know. Just
Probably. 2 outs here pitch, and there's a called strike taken outside. No balls, 1 strike.
I don't know what happened to
So with no balls and one strike,
Just disappeared.
righty on righty matchup here between Allen and Landon. Snyder on first, Lyon on second here pitching. There's a ball that'll bounce in the dirt. Nice stop there by Thomas Otto, keeping the runners at bay. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clover 3, Bogey 2, top of the 7th inning, and a winner-take-all matchup. Winner go home. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Here to pitch. There's a fly ball right field. That one will go down the line and into foul territory beyond the Clayton bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strike. Here on JoJo Allen with Jackson Dunlap standing on deck. So 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out. Top of the 7th inning here in this one. Landon looking in here on Allen. Snyder on first, Lyon on second here. Pitch, and that'll be taken outside for a ball, and Thomas Otto faking a throw behind Snyder at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here on JoJo Allen. Allen has a 1-for-3 game going. Singled back in the 2nd inning. Fly out and a ground out since. Big at bat here between Landon and Allen. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here to pitch. That'll be taken up and away. That'll be called strike 3. And that is how the top of the 7th inning ends. So no run, couple of hits, no errors, 2 left on. 7th inning stretch time here in Pineville. Clover 3, Bogey 2. Don't go away. All right, so back here, bottom of the 7th inning in this one, 3-2 lead for the Clayton Clovers. There to call strike one away, 0-1 count. So it'll be Jackson Kroom, Thomas Otto, Paul Wright due up in the inning for the Sandhills Bogeys. Here's pitch, and there's a ball taken out there, 1 ball, 1 strike. So lefty-lefty matchup here between the pitcher DeFalco and the hitter Kroom. Jackson Kroom, Thomas Otto, Paul Wright up in the inning. There's a foul ball straight off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. DeFalco looking in. Again, there are guys ready down in the bullpen for the Clover, so you imagine it's only a matter of time before they come in. There's a chopper up the middle. That'll be the second baseman over. Backhand throw to first in time. Very nice play there by the second baseman, Davey Morgan of the Clovers. 1 out now here in the bottom of the 7th. Catcher number 28, Thomas Otto. So Otto coming into the plate here, a walk and a flyout in this one for Thomas Otto out of UW Milwaukee. The Panther in the Horizon League. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Lefty-righty matchup here to pitch, and there's a fly ball. Right field coming over and making the play is the right fielder. 2 out now. Jackson Dunlap making the play. And that'll bring up Paul Wright. Left fielder, number 26, Paul Wright. So 2 quick out here for the pitcher, Shea DeFalco, who had done a great job for the Clovers coming in. Lefty-righty matchup here to pitch, and there's a called strike up and away, 0-1 count. No ball, 1 strike. Here to pitch, and there's a fly ball, that'll go foul. No ball, 2 strikes, and DeFalco 1 strike away from a very quick 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th. No ball, 2 strike, 2 out. DeFalco in here pitch, and that'll be taken outside for a ball. Fastball there by Shea DeFalco. With the shortstop Finley Spencer standing on deck. He had an RBI single his last time up. Spicer did, not Spencer. Here in pitch, and that'll be taken up and away for ball 2. 2 ball, 2 strike here on Paul Wright. So 2 ball, 2 strike, 2 out. Bottom of the 10th inning here in this one. And now time will be taken. I believe that'll be the hitter Wright. Calling time. The pitcher DeFalco is ready. He's just sort of standing there, ball behind his back. Now he is set. 2 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch, and that'll be inside or in the dirt for ball 3. Good stop there by the catcher for the Clayton Clovers, Alex Levesque. And now it is a full count now here on Paul Wright with Finley Spicer standing on deck. Time taken once again, and the pitcher DeFalco wants a new ball. 3 ball, 2 strike, 2 out. Bottom of the 10th inning, DeFalco in. Here pitch, and they're taking swing, and I'm in. Strike 3, got him, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3, bottom of the 10th for DeFalco. Top of the 8th coming up. 3-2 lead for the Clovers. They are 6 outs away from moving on. Don't go away. All right, so back here, top of the 8th inning in this one. Right on right matchup. Wesley landed thing in the game, and there's a called strike. 0-1 count now here Jackson Dunlap is 1 for 3 in this one. Righty matchup here. Pitch, and there's a chopper that'll go towards the shortstop. Hit throw on the first in time for the out. 1 out now in the top of the 8th. Shortstop, number 6, Zach Doltowski. So righty matchup here between Landis and Doltowski, the shortstop here. 2 for 3 games so far for the shortstop, Zach Doltowski. Couple of singles for him. Here's the 1 out pitch. That'll be taken in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 count now here on Doltowski with the number 8 hole hitter, Alex Levesque on deck. Right on right matchup here. Pitch, and that'll be taken outside for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reaching the 9 o'clock hour here in Pineville. Top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken loaned away for a ball. 2-1 count here on Zach Doltowski. Landis looking in here. Doltowski hoping to add on to his 2 hit ball games thus far. 3-2 lead for the Clovers here. Pitch, and that'll be taken loaned away for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Doltowski ahead. Wesley Landis looking in. The Garrett College product here. Pitch, and that'll be taken downstairs. That'll be a 5-pitch walk on Doltowski. And a 1-out walk for him brings up Alex Levesque. Catcher, number 4, Alex Levesque. So runner on first, 1 for 3 game for the catcher Levesque. Had a single back in the 2nd inning, then a couple of ground outs then. Doltowski on first, throwback, and coming in safely standing up is Zach Doltowski. The first baseman, Colby Thorndike, holding him on. Righty matchup. Here's the pitch. That'll be swung on and a foul tip. Kicked away from the catcher, Otto. No balls, 1 strike. 3-2 lead for the Clovers. Winner has to turn around and play tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock against Bo Trantham in the Hendersonville Honeycrisp. No balls, 1 strike. All-Star Game MVP Bo Trantham for the Honeycrisp out of University of Virginia Wide. He will be waiting the winner of this one. So will the rest of the Crispers. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Righty matchup. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball left field coming over in the left fielder. He looked like he had it. He does. Falling down, struggling with the light there. In left field was Paul Rice. 2 outs now here in the top of the 8th. Third baseman, number 28, Will Orr. So here it's Orr to the plate with 2 out. Right on right matchup between Landis and Orr. Here's pitch, and there's a foul ball straight off. No ball, 1 strike here on Orr. 1 for 3 games thus far for Will Orr. Top of the order, Zach Lyon on deck. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's pitch, and there's a call. Ball taken up there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch was a bit high. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Landis looking in here. Orr at the plate, and yeah, this is a stare down now between Landis and Orr, finally getting the call he wants. Bit of an extra lead at first. Here's pitch, and there's a grounder left side. That one will be backhanded at short. A strong throw on the first, not in time. Valiant effort there by the shortstop. Finley Fighter, but an infield single for Orr. His second hit of the ball game. 2 out single. Top of the order coming up in Zach Lyon. Center fielder number 7, Zach Lyon. But as I said, they're a valiant effort by the shortstop. Fighter, runners on first and second though. Orr on first. Zoltowski on second there to call strike up there. No balls, 1 strike. Lyon at the plate singled his last time up. He has a 1-for-4 game going. Zach Lyon does. Here's the pitch. There's a ball taken outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clovers ahead a run. Hoping to add some insurance here in the top of the 8th inning. It's a big at-bat here between Landis and Lyon. Wesley Landis, Zach Lyon. Runner, fake to go. There's a line drive. Center field, that'll be a base hit. Dropping in. Runners were going with 2 out, so another run will come in to score. RBI single for Zach Lyon. His second hit of the game. And the Clovers take a 4-2 lead. So Clovers ahead 4-2, a big insurance run for them, and that'll bring up Davey Morgan. Second baseman, number 2, Davey Morgan. So an RBI single for Lyon. Runners on first and second now, still 2 out. Here's pitch, and there's a ball taken outside. 1 ball, no strike. Clover 4, Bogey 2. Landon looking in, still no bullpen action for the Bogey. They're going to keep this one with Landon as long as they can. Lyon on first. Here's the pitch. There's a ball kicked away from the catcher, Otto. Both runners will move up a bag. A wild pitch for Wesley Landon. Otto, nothing he could do to stop that ball. And it will be Lyon on second or on third for the Clovers. And a base hit here, probably score 2 more. And now that will be a mound visit for the Sandhills Bogeys. And as I said, I mean, this is just a calm the pitcher down / maybe a strategy meeting. Mound visit for the Bogeys. Because there is no one throwing down the left field line for the Sandhills Bogeys. And I don't know if there will be. Going to be a huge at-bat here between Landis and Morgan. Davey Morgan, the second baseman, already ahead. 2 balls to no strike. But yeah, big mound visit here. Clover got a couple of their players standing by their third base coach. The base runners Lyon and Orr. And now jogging off the field will be the Bogey coach. Everyone back to their respective positions. Walking back behind home plate will be Thomas Otto. He will get in. Home plate umpire behind him. And with a 2-ball, no strike count, home plate umpire called play, and we are away to go once again. 2 balls, no strike, 2 outs here. Pitch, and that one is up and in near the head of the hitter, Morgan. That is not what you wanted if you are Wes Landis coming off the mound visit. 3 balls, no strike here on Morgan with the big hitting first baseman Mike Snyder standing on deck. 3 balls, no strike, 2 out. Here's the pitch, and that'll be taken low and away for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Davey Morgan. Clover 4, Bogey 2. Be interesting to see what the Clovers do in the bottom of the 8th pitching wise. See if they keep the Falco out. There's a foul ball straight back, and it's now a full count now here on Davey Morgan. 0 for 3 games thus far for Morgan. Couple of strikeouts, a flyout, and a walk for Morgan. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. No runner on first, no runners will not be going, but A big pitch done the left between Landon and Morgan. Here it is, and that'll be check swing. Did he go around? There will be no appeal. It'll be ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the 3-for-4 hitter, Mike Snyder. First baseman number 5, Mike Snyder. So the bases are loaded here with 2 out. Landon looking in on Snyder. Here's the pitch. Ball taken up and away. 1 ball, no strikes here on Mike Snyder. Nowhere to put him. Got to pitch to him here to try and end the inning, but Snyder had proven that he could hit. 3 hits tonight, including a double he crushed a couple of times ago. And he wanted to make it 7-2 with that swing, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are loaded now. Morgan on first, Lyon on second, or on third. Time taken here by Snyder. Mike Snyder, an Indiana product, goes to Indiana Tech. Originally from Fort Wayne. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Right on right matchup. Here's pitch, and that'll be taken outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Thomas Otto getting his work in behind home plate. Still no bullpen action down the left field line for the Bogeys. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2 once again. Snyder swinging out of his shoes there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Deuce is running wild in a 2-run ball game. Snyder at the plate. Bases are loaded. Huge pitch here. Snyder called time. Will be a huge pitch between Wes Landis and Mike Snyder. Bogeys want to keep this game in reach. Here's the pitch, and that'll be swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him, and that'll end the inning. So Mike Snyder goes down swinging. 1 run scores in the inning, but the Clovers strand the bases loaded. Bogeys are only down 2 with still 2 more opportunities. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Clayton 4, Sandhills 2. We'll be back in Pineville.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Leading off for the Bogey, Fighter. All right, so here's the pitch. There's a ball loaned away. 1 ball, no strike. It'll be Finley Fighter due up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. But again, the Bogeys have been able to record the outs when they've needed to. So they are still within reach, within striking distance, and there's a called strike loan away. 1 ball, 1 strike. It'll be Shea DeFalco out yet again for the Clovers. But again, the Clovers have guys ready down the right field line. Called strike taken up and away. 1 ball, 2 strike. But Shea DeFalco A great game for him. He comes in out of Guilford Tech. Guilford County, North Carolina. 1-2 strike here, pitch, and that'll be called. Strike 3, taken inside. A big strikeout for DeFalco. 1 out, and looks like there'll be a bit of a discussion here. Between the Bogeys coach and the home plate umpire. He is not too amused with that call. And that will bring up the top of the order and Nick DiCarlo. Yeah, wow. Not a fan of that call. 1 out, top of the order, DiCarlo. Center fielder number 3, Nick DiCarlo. So 1 out now here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Lefty-lefty matchup here between DeFalco and DiCarlo. There's a called ball outside. 1 ball, no strike. So DeFalco started his outing against DiCarlo a few innings ago and came in and immediately induced a 4-6-3 double play. And as there's a ball on the way, probably go down as one of the biggest plays of this game. Coming in, getting the double play to end the inning with runners on the corner. Could have been a big inning for Sandhills, but instead it kept it at two runs in the bottom of the 5th. And those are the only 2 runs the Bogeys have scored tonight. Lefty-lefty match of DeFalco, DiCarlo. There's a chopper right side. Snyder will backhand it here. A throw on the first. Bang play it for it kicked away from the first baseman, from the pitcher. So it'll be an infield single for Nick DiCarlo. And now that'll bring up Chance Purvis to the plate. Third baseman, number 27, Chance Purvis. And the Bogeys right now playing with the urgency of a team who had their season on the line. Clovers wanting to keep the lead for the next 5 outs, but the Bogeys desperate for anything they can get offensively. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike inside, 0-1 count. Yeah, the combination of Luke Macon and Shea DeFalco for the Clovers have been excellent tonight. Macon out of Tuckalum, DeFalco out of Guilford Tech. Time taken by the hitter Purvis right before DeFalco came in with the pitch. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. DeFalco in. Purvis, swing, chopper, right side, in on it, and second baseman on the second for 1. Throw on the first, not in time. Bang play at first, and that was Davey Morgan onto Zoltowski, onto Mike Snyder. 2 outs, but safe at first on the fielder's choice. First baseman, number 22, Colby Thorndike. So Thorndike coming into the plate, and that'll enlist or start a mound visit for the Clover. The catcher, Levesque, out to talk to the pitcher. 2 outs now. Lefty-lefty matchup between Shea DeFalco and Colby Thorndike, an East Carolina Pirate. DeFalco looking in. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken inside for a strike. No balls, 1 strike here on Thorndike. Lefty-lefty matchup. DeFalco in. Throw back to first. Sliding in safely and Purvis. Still bullpen action down the right field line. Still nothing but cricket down the left field line for the Bogeys. Left on left. Here's the pitch. And there's a ball taken outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken below the knee for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike here on Colby Thorndike. DeFalco looking in on Thorndike. 2 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Could very well be the last hitter for DeFalco with the righty warming up. Here's pitch, and that'll be taken up and in for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strike here on Thorndike. Everyone up on the edge of the dugout on the Clayton side. Everyone up on the edge of the dugout on the Sandhills side. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him. Thorndike goes down swinging. The pitcher to Falco is pumped. The catcher Levesque extra pumped. And the Clovers are 3 outs away from keeping their season alive and playing tomorrow afternoon. Top of the 9th coming. Clayton 4, Sandhill 2. We'll be back in Pineville.
Yeah, I was really trying to get possible.
Leading off for the Clover, the left fielder, number 1, Garrett Moffitt. All right, so back here, top of the 9th inning in this one. Looks like a bit of an equipment change. Maybe, is that a new player? Nope. Hunter Thaxton just needed a new glove there. Righty-lefty matchup. West Landis staying in the game for the Bogeys. He will face Moffitt here. Here's the pitch, and there's a first pitch swing and a first pitch pop-up, and Thaxton will put in that glove to good work. New glove, and the first pitch is a pop-up right to the second baseman, Thaxton. And that'll bring up JoJo Allen. Designated hitter, number 24, JoJo Allen. So Allen coming to the plate. He had a 1-for-4 ball game going. Allen does. Righty-righty matchup here between Landis and Allen. Here's the pitch. There's a ball taken low and away. 1 ball, no strike here on JoJo Allen. NC Wesleyan product is Allen. Righty-righty matchup. Here's pitch, and there's a ball in the dirt. 2 balls, no strike here on Allen. Clover ahead 4-2. Would love to add on some insurance going into the bottom of the 9th, though. Bogeys have 1 more opportunity. Here's pitch, and there's a ball up and in. 3 balls, no strikes here on Allen. Here in Pineville. Here's the pitch. Ball 4 taken low away. That'll be a 4-pitch walk on JoJo Allen. And that will bring up Jackson Dunlap to the plate. And now mound visit will come first. So a mound visit here to talk to Wesley Landis. And see what's going on here. Looks like going to be a couple of changes. Maybe a new catcher? Yeah, new pitcher, new catcher. New first baseman, maybe? All right, so looks like that'll be it for Wesley Landis, though. So they're going to be making some moves around. We'll get it sorted out when we come back. 4-2 lead for the Clovers here in the 9th. All right, so back here, top of the 9th inning in this one. So the new pitcher is moving from third base, Chance Purvis, in the game to pitch for Sandhills. Swinging and a miss for strike one. Nice breaking pitch there from Purvis. So a lot of moves around the diamond, but Purvis is the pitcher being the important one. 4-2 lead here. Chance Purvis looking in on Dunlap. Ears to pitch. That'll be taken outside for a ball. High velocity fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here on Jackson Dunlap with Zach Zoltowski on deck. Righty-righty matchup. Ears to pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2 and a throw behind the runner at first. It was a good throw, but just couldn't find the tag. 1 ball, 2 strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Righty-righty matchup here between Purvis and Dunlap. Runner on first is JoJo Allen. Reached via a walk. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken inside for strike 3. Nice job there. Chance Purvis comes in. 4-pitch strikeout for Purvis. 2 outs now here in the top of the 9th inning. Shortstop, number 6, Zach Zoltowski. So Zoltowski at the plate, righty on righty matchup between Purvis and Zoltowski. He gets a good game going. 2 hits and a walk for Zoltowski tonight. 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Here's pitch, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike here on Zach Zoltowski.
We saw so many of those all summer.
Righty-righty matchup. Purvis in, ear to pitch. There's a chopper right side that'll be fielded by the second baseman. In, throw to first. Will not be scooped out. It kicked away for the first baseman. And that ball is going to roll towards the dugout. Both runners will move up. That'll be a throwing error at least for the second baseman. And that will allow runner to get on second and third. And that will bring up the catcher Levesque. The catcher number 4, Alex Levesque. All right, the runner's on second and third here now with 2 out. Here's pitching that one, getting Levesque ducking out of the way. 1 ball, no strike. So 1 ball, no strike, 2 out. Right on right matchup. Here to pitch, and there's a grounder left side that'll be fielded by the shortstop. Hit on the first in time for the out. And that was Spicer who made the play to end the inning. 1 more shot for the Bogeys. They keep it a 2-run game. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Clovers 4, Bogeys 2. We'll be back in Sandhills, or in Pineville. All right, so bottom of the 9th inning here in this one. Shea DeFalco still in the game, and the first pitch he throws of the bottom of the 9th is in for a strike. It'll be Cal Henderson with Hunter Thackton and Jackson Kroom due up in the inning. There's a foul ball straight back. No ball, 2 strikes here on Cal Henderson. No ball, 2 strikes. Here's pitch, and that's a ball up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Henderson at the plate. Everyone in the Bogeys dugout up on the edge. A lot of players in the Clovers dugout also on the edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody out. Here's the pitch, and that'll be taken outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lefty-righty matchup here between DeFalco and Cal Henderson. Here's the pitch, and that'll be fly ball into right field, playable for the right fielder Dunlap. He will make the catch. 1 out, 2 to go for the Clover.
I think Moffitt's in right, man.
Second baseman, number 24, Hunter Thackton.
Moffitt's in right, Lyons in left, and I don't know who's playing center.
All right. So 1 out now. Hunter Thackton to the plate. He takes a ball downstairs. Shea DeFalco stays in the game. So Thackton has a 2-for-3 game going. Couple of singles. His first 2 singles were the first 2 hits of the game for the Sandhills Bogeys. There's a called strike inside. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Thackton with Jackson Kroom standing on deck.
Snyder's still first. I think Dunlap.
Left-right matchup. Here's the pitch, and there's a foul ball straight back into the netting. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Hunter Thackton.
Dunlap's the one that came out. So whoever's playing center is in his spot.
DeFalco in. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that'll be grounded left side. Backhanded on a knee from third. Throw on a first in time. Tag applied. What a play there by the third baseman for the Clovers. And the Bogeys are down to their final out here in Pineville. Right fielder, number 5, Jackson Kroom. The left-on-left matchup here between Shea DeFalco and Jackson Kroom. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken down and in for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here. So left-on-left matchup. Here's the pitch, and that'll be taken in the dirt for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. DeFalco acting for a new baseball. Big matchup here between Shea DeFalco and Jackson Kroom. Kroom is 1 for 3 tonight. Had a single back in the 5th inning off of the starting pitcher Luke Macon. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 out. Here's the pitch. That'll be taken outside for ball 3. 3-0 count now here on Jackson Kroom. 3-0 count. Here to 2 pitch, and that'll be taken outside for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I think you gotta take this one too.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bogey season on the line. Here's the pitch. There's a foul ball straight back. Full count now here on Jackson Kroom. 3 ball, 2 strike. The Clayton faithful here clapping it up. Bogeys down their final strike. Here's the pitch, and that'll be line drive, and that one will be a base hit in the left field, and this game will continue. A 2-out single for Jackson Kroom. He has a 2-hit ball game going, and that means that the tying run will come to the plate. And the catcher, number 28, Thomas Otto. And it looked like Clayton is going to keep DeFalco in the game. DeFalco in here on auto. 2 out. Here to pitch. That'll be taken inside for ball 1. 1-0 count now here on Tom and Thotto. The Sandhills Bogeys defending their Old North State League championship from last summer, down to their final out of the summer. But Tom and Thotto would love to get a base hit here, maybe get one out of the yard, keep the season going. 1 ball, no strike, 2 out. That one taken inside and kicked away from the catcher Levesque. 2-0 count now here. That'll be a wild pitch for DeFalco. And now this will be a mound visit for Clayton. We'll see if it's just a strategy mound visit, a calming him down mound visit, or if that will be it for DeFalco. There is a guy warming up in the bullpen, a righty that's been warming up for a while. Although haven't seen a point, he's still throwing, so I'd imagine they are going to keep DeFalco in. And they will. So Shea DeFalco staying in the game here. That was a very quick mound visit for Clayton. I think the head coach just giving a quick word of encouragement. You only need to get 1 out, and then we can go to our hotel for the night. 2 balls, no strike, 2 out. DeFalco in here on auto with Paul Rice on deck. Here's pitch. There's a weak pop-up. Right side, and this may do it. Snyder will get under it. He will make the catch, and the Clayton Clovers will keep their season alive with a 4-2 victory off of the backs of Shea DeFalco. A big win for the Clovers. They will face the Hendersonville Honeycrisp tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock p.m. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the Honeycrisp will face the Clovers. The first time in each team's history that the two will match up. It will be a battle to go to the championship of the Old North State League. And that is it. A 4-2 win. Shea DeFalco with a huge outing in relief for Clayton. They are going to the semifinals. Join us tomorrow at 2. Clayton versus Hendersonville. Until then, see ya.